What's happening? I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery Showtime Records, and I bring to you my daily views, NBA Playoff Edition. Everything concerning the NBA, the schedule, my picks, and the reasons why. If you enjoy the content, make sure and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell right next to it so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. Now, since I am Cleveland, Houston's own, it's only right I let you fill up on that rocket fuel. H-Town, stand up. This is my reaction to the Rockets versus the Jazz Game 1 and a preview of Game 2. And don't worry, folks, this won't take that long at all, because it's easy to see what's going on over here. The Utah Jazz were my pick. Yes, they were my pick to go on to the NBA Finals and win it all, because I thought they were the most balanced team on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But that was barring any injuries. And they've had a major season-altering injury to their starting point guard, Ricky Rubio, the Spanish sensation. Most people may not know that he re-aggravated his hamstring. It's not a new injury, but he had been playing on it all this time, and he re-aggravated it during his battles with Russell Westbrook in the first round, as he dominated, the Utah Jazz dominated the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm going to break it down for you, folks. These Houston Rockets are a very good team, much improved on the defensive side of the ball with the acquisitions of Chris Paul, Luke Baumute, and P.J. Tucker. Harden's even improved his defense a little bit, and he's having an MVP type season on the offensive side of the ball. So this wasn't going to be a cakewalk, even if everybody was super healthy. It was going to be a battle, a long, tough battle. Now, Ricky Rubio is not an all-star. Probably not going to go to the Hall of Fame. Seriously doubting it. But he is an integral part of this Jazz team. He is the point guard. He has the ball in his hands a majority of the time, and he makes that team go. He allows everyone else, especially Donovan Mitchell, my pick for Rookie of the Year, because Ben Simmons is not a rookie by the very definition of the word. Look it up in Webster. I mean, we already know what the Rockets are going to do, because they do it so very, very well. But with the injury of Rubio, it shifts everybody. Well, it doesn't naturally shift everyone, but this coach, he decided to shift Quinn Snyder. He decided to shift everybody instead of just playing that next man up mentality. Instead of bringing the guy off the bench and making him a starter, he wants to move their best scoring option on the team, which is always a no-no. If someone is comfortable and excelling at what they're doing, you do not move them from that position. You just don't do it. It does not work out. I'm killing it over here. Exactly what I'm doing. I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing over here. And you say, just because he got hurt instead of his backup, which he's supposed to be ready, you're a professional, you're supposed to be ready at all times. You should have been coaching him up all through the year just in case somebody got injured, so the people on the bench would be ready and steadily preparing themselves just for this moment and occasion. Now you want me to move up and expect me to excel right off the bat? I know sometimes, when Rubio goes out the game, he plays point a little bit, but he's not really playing point. He's just coming down looking to score, because he's a scorer. He's a shooting guard. That's what he does. He's focused on that. He's damn good at it too. It's got to be handy with steel, earn your keep, you know what I mean? When you are running point, your job is mostly your first priority is to set everyone else up. Now, if you happen to be the best scorer on the team, that creates a serious problem. Because what does the other team want to do? They want to get the balls out of your hand. They want to get the ball out of your hand, because you're the best scoring option on the team. So if you move them over to the point guard position, you're naturally falling into the defensive scheme that they set up for you. They said, man, how can we get the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hand? How can we do that time and time again? He's so explosive, so creative. He's so good on offense. What can we do? You're like, I tell you what, y'all don't have to worry about that. I'm going to move him to point guard, so his job is to get the ball out of his hands and to get it to these lesser scorers. You fell right into the trap. Come on, Quinn Snyder. You're better than that. Let Dante Exum start. Let Raul Neto play a little bit more. This guy came in only 8 minutes of play, got 2 buckets and a rebound. Most importantly, didn't have a turnover, and he showed a lot of energy off the bench. There was no give up in this guy. Even though James Harden was going off with that step back, he had that patting it down. Man, this guy, the shot was wet. Ain't nothing you can do about that. All you can do is keep going back at him on the other side of the ball. And if your best scoring option is at the point willingly giving up the ball, now you got Royce O'Neal in the game. 29 minutes. He only shot 5 times. How are you coming in a scoring position and you only shoot 5 times in almost 30 minutes of play? And you had 2 turnovers, 4 points on the game. That's outrageous. Your job as a coach is to put people in position to be successful. He did not do that. Royce O'Neal had about 3 unforced turnovers. What's an unforced turnover? When nobody's really on you, you just throw the ball away, making a bad pass. That's an unforced turnover. He had like 3 of them straight. Horrible passes. I was like, who is he throwing to? It was like he was getting paid off by the bookies or the casinos. Like he was point shaving. I didn't know what this guy was doing. Dante Exum was all right. Let him start. Let Neto start. Let somebody else start so you can shift back Donovan Mitchell back to his natural position and the rotations go back to where they were supposed to be. Well, as close as you can possibly get. I mean, Raul Neto hasn't been playing at all, so if you started him in place of Rubio, man, the rotations go back just exactly like they were. Instead, you got Donovan Mitchell with 4 turnovers. You got Joe Ingles trying to handle the ball too much. He got 4 turnovers. Royce O'Neal's got 2 turnovers. Derek Favors has got a turnover. These boys just giving the ball away. They don't want to win. Now, I know Dante Exum had 3 turnovers in only 15 minutes of play. But when you're down by 15, 20 points, and you're in a hurry, you're in a rush, you're trying to press, sometimes you're going to make a couple of errors on that. That's going to happen. That's natural. But if he was starting and he was just bringing the ball up the court and passing it to Donovan Mitchell creates a lot of attention and open looks for everybody else. They paying a lot of attention on. I mean, Trevor Ariza was wrapping this guy up like a Mayweather fight. I mean, he was just hugging and dancing the entire time. Why they were not calling fouls, I do not know. Donovan Mitchell fell for the trap. He took the bait, started catching the ball at about half court, taking himself right out of the offensive play. Who starts a play trying to shake and bake, trying to dance by people at half court? That's not going to get it done. My homie Hitch, he sent me the video of Kobe Bryant doing his details series where he outlined and magnified and explained everything that was going on in this Jazz Rockets game from a Donovan Mitchell perspective. And I texted him back. I was like, man, I felt like I was listening to myself. And he was like, yeah, that's why I sent it to you. We laugh out loud. It's just harder for people to listen to what I have to say because I don't have 5 championship rings and haven't been in the NBA for 20 years and a natural Hall of Famer, first ballot. But I'm not going to lie to you, some of these views that I have, they're pretty good. They're pretty close to what's going on. Clint Capella had some he went to sleep a couple of times on defense, but he was giving them the business, that work on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, he was running a track meet out there, and this guy, the Stifle Tower, he was stifled. He was struggling to breathe and to keep up. And then on the offensive end, when they were just switching, had P.J. Tucker on him, he couldn't capitalize. They weren't even looking for him down low. He doesn't know how to hold people off, and they don't know how to make good entry passes. The guy's like 7'3". Throw the ball over their heads. Catch it, turn around, and dunk the ball. Throw it down, big fella. Throw it down. What are you doing? Basketball's not a difficult game. If I've got a foot height advantage on you, I'm going to go down low every single time, and I'm going to turn around and dunk it on you until you stop it. Quinn Snyder, what are you doing? Come on, man. People saying you're supposed to be coach of the year. No, sir. No, sir. Absolutely not. I have reserved that award for Brad Stevens because this guy is fantastic. Even though I hate the Celtics because I'm a lifelong Laker. And everybody wearing green, especially the Boston Celtics. But rest easy, Houston Rockets fans. Do not worry about the outcome of this series if this guy Ricky Rubio does not come back, and I mean immediately. That's how fast. Immediately, yesterday. If he doesn't come back real soon, their season could be over. Now, hey, if Quinn Snyder goes against normal practice, I know he's going to continue doing what he wants to do and keep Donovan Mitchell at the point. If he doesn't bring X him into the starting lineup, or he doesn't bring Neto into the starting lineup to run point, they're going to continue to lose. Royce O'Neal is not ready for an expanded role. More than 15 minutes is too much for this guy right now. I mean, listen, this is why it was so great of a pairing having CP3 and Harden together. They realize that sometimes when there's so much pressure, so much of a weight on their shoulders, that they're going to have bad games sometimes. And when that happens, if they're the total focal point of the team is going to struggle and they can only make it so far. This guy Chris Paul had an uncharacteristic 7 turnovers in a playoff game. In the playoffs? Are you kidding me? In the playoffs, he had 7 uncharacteristic turnovers, still shot 50%, 3 of 6 from three-point land, 17 points, had a plus 12 in the plus or minus. He didn't have to worry about that because usually if it was just him, oh man, they would have got blowed out, blowed out. But no, they got this other guy, James Harden. He plays on the same team. He was 12 of 26, about 43%, 10-11 from the free throw line, attacking. Had 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 41 Texas-sized points. Can the Jazz win today? Sure. They can keep it close. Like I said, they start Exum or they start Neto. I would prefer they start Neto. Either way, they need to lower down Royce O'Neal's minutes. Neto needs to get increased minutes, and so does Exum. Exum will play much better defense. He's a bigger body on James Harden, and he's quick enough to stay with CP3 if they switch. But I don't think Quinn Snyder's going to do that. So people in Houston, do not worry unless you're going to be worrying about the Golden State Warriors looking ahead and whatnot. Even if some of the Rockets have a bad game, they have too much scoring power, especially with Ricky Rubio not in the game, for them to lose to the Utah Jazz. Now, when they go to Utah, I mean, that could be a problem. They could easily lose those 2 games because that's one of the best crowds in the entire league. And they become superhuman when they go over there back to Utah, especially when they wear those desert uniforms. I didn't like those at first, but man, they've grown on me. I actually like them. When I saw the history, the story behind them, how it matches the surroundings instead of like the Jazz notes, which obviously was from New Orleans, when it used to be the New Orleans Jazz a long time ago. But that's a tangent. If the Utah Jazz do those things that I suggested, they have a good shot to win the game. Because when you shoot a bunch of 3 balls, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. And they allow even a weaker offensive team to stay in the game. And they have a sensational MVP type player in Donovan Mitchell who could win on the last shot, who could bring it home for them at the end of the game. But other than that, I expect the Rockets to roll to an easy victory, go up in this series 2-0 against the Utah Jazz. Those have been my thoughts for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. If you think they may enjoy the content, feel free to share this with your friends, your family, your compadres, your BFFs forever, your neighbors, your boss, your co-workers, your fans, and your followers. I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. And it's just how I see it. Be blessed and Godspeed. Feel free to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Really and truly appreciate it. Leave all your interesting comments right down below, especially the ones where you disagree with everything that I just said. And then subscribe so you don't miss any of the newest and latest views.